What's good, YouTube? Today I'm going to share with you and talk to you about if it's worth it to get your cards professionally graded and if you guys can make a profit from it. Let's get into it. Thank you guys so much. If you are familiar with Pokemon cards at all, you have seen these PSA, hard cases before with a little grade on what condition that they're in. And by the way, this is one of the cards that was not claimed during my Charizard giveaway, so I will be picking someone in the comments to have this card. So they didn't claim it in a week, so I'm giving it away. Anyways, the process to having your cards PSA graded is kind of lengthy. So what I did was I had to get a membership, and I went with the Prime or the Platinum membership, so that was $250. That comes with 15 free grades, so you have access to their quarterly promotions. And what one of those promotions look like, for instance, it could cost you maybe with shipping and fees and packaging and all this stuff without a membership, it could cost you around maybe like $15 to $20 per card that you send into PSA to have graded, and that really adds up extremely quickly. Around average, with the shipping and the handling and all this stuff, around $10 per card. I sent in 4 separate submissions last year, and I'm gonna sort of break down all of those and what the cost was and if I made the money back. So the Platinum membership cost $250, but it came with 15 free grades. Now, in order to get those grades back, you have to pay for the shipping from PSA, and you have to send those off on your own. So that was $270 with the $20 shipping. I sent in 3 booster packs that cost $65 total. So I sent in another 59 cards. The total cost from that, including shipping, was $501.75. This one scared me so bad. A little while longer, I did another submission. I sent in 32 more cards at $8 per card for a different promotion. This was a minimum of 25 cards instead of that crazy 50 cards, for a total of $292.75. I spent a crazy $1,129.50 on PSA card submissions. Okay, so let's back up just a little bit. So I did have a couple friends that helped me reach that 50 or 25 card minimum. So I actually charged some of my friends $10 per card, which was about the average anyway. I don't really make money off of that, to have their cards submitted. So one of my friends sent in 10 cards and he gave me $100, knocking the cost down to $1,029.50. One of my other friends sent in 25 cards and actually helped split the shipping cost. So in total, I spent out of my own pocket and through my collection for graded cards, $759.50. 74 personal PSA cards and 3 graded booster packs. So at this point, I'm starting to think about it, dude, should I have even done this? But it's a little too late, she's a little too gone. And PSA is crazy. They have this 90-day turnaround and they don't charge you until the cards ship from their facilities. I just invested $750 into this. Am I even gonna make any of this back? So this is something that I can't do every single year. And it's simple because the first submissions I did, those 74 cards were the best of my best cards. The ones that I already had that I thought were in the best condition, that I sent off, that I was kind of holding on to since I was a little kid, and some of them were grailed cards. I don't have another 74 grailed cards. So let's do a recap of how much I actually made from PSA cards last year. And this is purely PSA cards, and then I had to recoup my $759. So this is a big number that I've got to recoup, and let's see if I actually did it. Just going down the list of some of the grailed cards that I sold a 1996 Japanese basic Charizard that came back a PSA 8. I sold that with 3 other cards, a Poliwrath from Evolutions, a base 2 Charizard that came back a PSA 4, so not very great, and then I believe it was an Expedition Charizard that came back a PSA 7 or 8. So I sold those 4 cards for $150. The 1999 Shadowless First Edition Raichu that I sold for $300. Up next was a 1999 Ninetales, that Shadowless that came back, a PSA 9. I sold that one for $225. Okay, this is the biggest regret of selling that I've ever had, but it was something that I just had to do. I was in a pinch with money, and this was one that I told myself I was going to hold on to until I had to sell it, and that would be the 2002 Shining Charizard, and it came back a PSA 8 near mint, and I almost crapped my pants and exploded. This one I just recently sold for $350. Okay, so now you're gonna really see the difference between a PSA 9 PSA 9 mint and a PSA 10 gem mint. So I sent in a first edition Shadowless Dragonair, and it came back, and this is non-holographic. I sold this one for $600. So those were the huge actual individual cards that I sold for huge money. So now those 3 booster packs that I sent in, all 3 for $65, they all 3 came back as Gem Mint 10s. 1999 Basic Venusaur pack, I sold that one for $160. A 2000 Pokemon Base Set 2 Mewtwo pack, I sold that for $150. And then of course the Base Set Charizard pack, one of those other things I wish I could have kept in my collection, $225. So that was 11 cards that I sold out of my 74 personal cards. And of those 11 cards that I sent out, I made a total of $2,160. My net income was $1,450 off of Pokemon cards. Now, just to put that into a little bit more perspective, I've got this many PSA cards left. This is a ton of cards. I'm not exactly sure how many this is, but this is my stack left over. And I've sold cards since then, and I've made some money back. I didn't go over the ones that were $20, $15. I've gifted cards away. I gave away 6 Charizard cards in a Charizard giveaway, and there will be more giveaways, but that's because I've already recouped my $759 or by $1,400.50. So a base set 1 Charizard, right now you can go on eBay and you can buy one from $86, and it could be near mint condition. A PSA 9, so a mint, actual mint Charizard card, the same exact card, you're going to be spending roughly $300 to $400 on this. So that is quite a big difference. So either way, if I spend $86 on it and I spend the $10 to get it graded, that comes back at $96. I still have a very sizable net profit. This was just supposed to be a little bit of an informational video that says, hey, you know, my cards right now have this much value and I would like to increase that value a little bit more. So for those of you young guys out there, really save your cards, save these packs. In 20 years, you're not going to be regretting it. These are ones that I've saved from my childhood, and I've got a separate collection that I'm trying to collect right now, but those cards are just another way of trading. If I sell a card for money and I use that money to buy a card for my collection, it's basically just me trading that card for a card that I want in my collection. So if you want to increase the value of your cards, I can make another video on how to do the PSA process. It's actually not as bad as you think. It's very lengthy, it's very in-depth, it's very nice. And this is proof to show that you can recoup that money extremely quickly. I'm sitting on all of these graded PSA cards right now that are going to be 100% profit. Or I could give them away in a giveaway, or I could do whatever I want with them. Just because I've recouped that money by $1,400 already. I'm not bragging about the fact that I made $1,400. I wish it was $9,000. That'd be really awesome. But this is just a video to show you that your cards do have some value and to show you that you need to keep them in good condition or send them off to PSA to have them graded. 200 subscribers, I'm going to be opening up this Elite Trainer box. I really, really want to. Do you know how hard it is to have Pokemon cards in my house that are unopened? It's driving me crazy. I want to open this so bad. And who knows, there could be a card in here worth sending to PSA that could come back a Gem Mint PSA 10. That could be an astronomical, you know, worth more than it is as just a rare card that's going to sit in a binder. I cannot thank you guys enough for commenting, liking, and subscribing to my channel, liking my videos and commenting. You guys know I got shout outs right now. I gotta hit up my boy Luca because he has hit up every single one of my videos with the first comment. You know, I've always thought the first comment was kind of weird until someone started doing it to my own video. So thank you so much, Luca. That actually means a lot to me. I gotta give another shout out to the biggest chunky for giving me another video idea. He suggests that I do a top 10 or a top 5 or a top 1 favorite Pokemon game, so be on the lookout for that, and thank you so much for the suggestion.